Howdy, my noble friends, SirKakaBabu is back with World of Tanks, and this time we are playing in the ShPTK TVP 100, the Czechoslovakian Tier 8 Premium Tank Destroyer, the only one really. Well, it is a mouthful, its name, so I actually like to call it ShPTK TVP 100 or ShPTK just. That's it. So I'm going to call it, and right off the bat we are moving into an aggressive bush where we can try to hit targets which are spotted in front of us, and therefore we put a big HE round into the Bonask for 425. However, the same HE round failed to penetrate the CS-52 lease, which is a crying shame. Really, I would have loved to put a damage dealing shot into that Polish medium tank as well. But no matter, or is it Polish medium tank or Czechoslovakian medium tank, partners? Whatever, CS-52 lease, it is, you can see it right there. I'm not really familiar with these two lines, so please forgive me. Therefore, over there, IS-22 was camping at the base, and we managed to put two sneaky rounds into that vehicle. So not even 3 minutes have passed into the game, and we have moved up to 914 damage. Now I am putting round after round, blind rounds I might add, into those obvious bushes where the light tanks like to remain. There our old nemesis IS-2 again gets spotted. I have switched to the heat round. At the bottom there is a replay bug. You guys cannot see the ammunition selection, but I know I am firing heat from this long range. And we got extremely lucky that our round managed to, one of the rounds managed to hit and penetrate it, and another one you guys just saw went through the window and reached its target, albeit failing to penetrate it. Now CS-52 lease, which we failed to put a round into before, is in an aggressive area. WZ-131 appears, we fire, put an HE round into him, we set him on fire as well, and that WZ-131 Chinese light tank goes down, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic shot that was. RNG was on our side, and well kids, you should carry fire extinguisher if you don't want to get set on fire. That is all I would like to say. I love fire extinguishers, and I always carry one. Well, that is a lie, but I am still going with it because it suited the situation. Anyways, moving on swiftly. Now we are just sniping at the moment. Our guys are doing a good job on the hill. However, the enemies are giving a stiff competition as well. Predominantly the BZ-176 is fighting it out with the enemies, whereas the AMX M449L is on low hit points. So something tells me that the BZ is going to need some help. T25/2 got spotted. We put a round into him, and let's see it again, partners. T25/2 was not spotted when we fired, so here he gets spotted. We put one round into it, and just by our intuition, really real life and intuition, we managed to blind fire the T25/2, which was fantastic. So yay, happy about it. Now this light tank is moving. I am trying to hit him from a long range. We failed to hit that round, which is not good. So let's see if we can put a round into the Volkswagen S1. This game is turning out to be a long grindy one at the moment. Well, not really, only 5 minutes have passed. But seeing that the BZ-176 was all alone on the hill, I decided to move up against the enemies on the hill so that BZ is not overwhelmed. As we know, BZ hits hard, but he has a long reload, so he can be overwhelmed by multiple targets, which we find at the moment. VZ-44-1 is moving against over there, while the BZ, seeing that I was here, moved against the T-29 and killed him. Meanwhile, I fire towards the VZ, miss him, and let's see if we can put a round into him. That tier 7 heavy tank Czechoslovakian is a strong vehicle, and therefore I switched to heat ammunition against its turret. We fire a hopeful shot and it went in, so the tier 7 tank has been killed. Now the enemy CS-52 Lease has been killed by the AMX 1357. So now score is in our favor. We are 2 tanks up with also 2700 hit points advantage, so the game is going in our favor. However, enemies are dug in well. They are hiding in those bushes, and there is no heavily armored vehicle which is willing to progress the battle and move on to the enemy ranks to spot them. I was hoping that this BZ, which I saved and helped out a little earlier, would be willing to use his armor and move into the forest area and to spot the enemies. But he is not willing to do so, my friends. Sometimes players like these who end up doing well decent are a bunch of cowards as well, because they just hold on to their hit points and play defensively, making and expecting other teammates to provide spotting and lights for them. And well, those other teammates should be clever enough not to do that. But then if you don't do it, how is the battle going to progress, and how are the enemies going to be spotted? So since the light tanks are doing their thing over there, this forest area needs to be lit up so that we can clear this area, and also provide flanking fire onto the dug in enemies which are prevalent at the base. I see that the enemy friendly 1357 is trying to provide some spots, but he is failing to do so. And seeing that, I am getting restless at the moment, and also thinking about making a hero run, I request that BZ to move ahead to spot targets, but he answers in negative, so he is being a total useless person at the moment, trying to snipe in the BZ in this heavily armored vehicle. 1357, I see that he is moving up, so some spots have been provided. Panther has been spotted. I put a round into the Panther. My HE round doesn't pan, which is a crying shame, and I am thinking that I should have loaded my AP rounds. At least I would have done more damage. CS-53 on our side has been killed by the AMX CDA-105. Now I am moving up ahead and hoping to light those enemies up. Let's see if we can make a use of that bush. Czechoslovakian S1 is right in front of me. I put a round into him, set him on fire, and now he is burning away into his death. We eventually finish him off, and we are being relentlessly hit by the same Panther, which we failed to do good amount of damage to. We are low on hit points, 3500, 3600 damage we have done so far. We are hoping to spot some enemies, and let's see if we are able to spot some more. We are almost dead, but due to our push, this dug in S1 was killed and Burask was done damage to as well. The last thing I want right now is to be spotted, but seeing that my team are making their way from there, I spot the IS-22. He is spotted, or he is spotted by someone else. I put a round into him. Sadly, that gets me spotted as well. I put a round, which gets bounced, and that IS-22 takes revenge, fires and finishes me off. Now game has been moved out of my hands and we went down swinging. Now it is upon our teammates to progress the battle. Let's see how they do. Burask is over there on low hit points. We switch to our own tank's view, so we are watching the Leo from afar getting killed, and the BZ-176 is making his way, my friends. TS5 and Ferdinand are approaching from the other flank, and let's see if they are able to finish off the remaining vehicles. Panther and AMX CDA 105 are again hidden behind these buildings, fantastically stealthed up, and let's see if they are killed. Finally, AMX CD gets spotted. Panther, well, your time of sniping for your team is over. You can fire, but well, you can die as well. BZ pushes him. TS5 finishes off the Panther while Ferdinand is moving against the AMX CDA. BZ is moving against him. He is going to put around him into him free fire, and the AMX CDA 105 is killed by the BZ-176, ladies and gentlemen. And there you have it, a fantastic round in the ShPTK TVP 100. And now let's check out the post-game stats and see if any of our blind rounds hit or how we did. So on to the post-game stats, my noble friends. Alright, my noble friends, we secured 142,000 credits with second class mastery badge. TVP is a fantastic vehicle, and this lowly amount of damage, the 3800, is nothing in this fantastic vehicle. It is strong, many players play it, and it does very well indeed, especially if you are managing to connect those 400 alpha HE rounds. Oh, I mean, they can do a lot of damage. Look at all the damage we did to enemy vehicles. It's a crying shame that we didn't manage to secure any medal. Perhaps tank sniper would have been nice as well, but whatever. 1696 experience gained with our 3820 damage, 3 kills, 1028 base experience. BZ-176 secured 3958 damage with 4 kills and 1377 base experience. So a good game for him. We cannot ignore the Ferdinand and TS5 on our team, who remained on that other flank, being not very effective as much as they could have been. I mean, they are heavily armored vehicles. Why did not they move to the hill and fight it out with the enemy heavy tanks? I mean, these heavily armored tank destroyers, it is a disservice to your team if you're not taking them at the front line, making use of the armor. But whatever, they managed to progress the other side of the flank, so that cannot be disregarded. Look at all the 0 damage players on the enemy team, which was fantastic. Enemy lost a lot of tanks at the front at the start, and they were on the defensive. When our team pushed, we lost a lot of tanks as well. So it was a well fought game in the end. We fired a lot of rounds, 29, and hit 18. So all of those blind rounds which we fired into those bushes came back to haunt us, and we didn't even hit any of the light tanks because none of the light tanks were even present in those bushes. But you cannot ignore those areas, and one should always snuff out enemy vehicles from that location. In the end, we managed to do 76,000 profit, and 19,000 went into the credit reserve. So fantastic. So it was all in all a fantastic game for the ShPTK TVP 100. If you guys don't have this vehicle, whenever it comes on sale next time, you should definitely snatch this up because it would be totally worth it. Fantastic. It is fast. It has a fully traversable turret with good standard penetration on the rounds, and the heat penetration is fantastic, plus good HE rounds as well. So it can make credits. It is fast. It is not boring tank to play, so you cannot go wrong with this vehicle. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So until next time, goodbye my noble friends.